Welcome back. On our last episode, we found the party splitting up. After the defeat of Dame Andrews and gaining her mantle, Bill used his newly acquired power of flight to take himself and an infiltration team to the rural outskirts of Suncrest itself. With a plan to infiltrate the Radiant Keep and free Reagan from the clutches of the evil queen, they first must infiltrate Peebles Ranch and gain access to an underground corridor owned by the Princess Royale. Meanwhile, our caravan continues its way toward Sundune, seeking sand skates, a contraband required to cross the desert of Duskreach. The party also learned a valuable secret, that the Knights of the Round hold the key to victory. We will rejoin our crew shortly, but first, a word from this episode's sponsor.
In these trying times, mental health is important for everyone to take seriously. Except for you who just needs to suck it up, bitch. Our friends at Worse Help will keep you grounded and let you know that all of your worries are just in your tiny little brain, you stupid idiot. And the numbers don't lie. The Department of Health and Human Services reports that Worse Help is the last mental health resource many users have accessed. Whether you're a lazy, good-for-nothing, depressive, or a paranoid schizophrenic whose family secretly hates them, Worse Help will ensure that your inner turmoil remains that way and doesn't get in the way of going to work or doing the damn dishes. Sign up with code Mary Poppins, but Mary is spelled M-E-R-R-Y. Like I always say, if there's a problem in your life a song can't cure, you're a little piss piggy. Now let's get back to it.
After a rest at camp, the party finds their health refilled, their cooldowns restored, and their secondary resources replenished.
There is a guard shift change soon. The guard at the ranch is light, but I suspect there is something hidden in the tunnel. An equestromancer like Anne will surely have some magical trap ready to fire horses at us.
I have a strong sense arcana. Corn Pop and I will find your trap before it becomes an issue.
All right then, Bill, muffle our sounds. Joe and I will hide our movements.
Speaking of movements, where is Pelosi? I've got to fire out a log, but I'm not doing that until she can help.
You know, as far as assassination attempts go, I have to give them one for creativity.
The poison, the coupons, the uniforms, they were on top of it. They were really on the ball. How did they know to hijack that specific McDonald's?
Well, I can answer that one. Every Sunday after church, I go there to get 3 Big Macs and eat them in my car while loudly weeping over my own hypocrisy.
Nice.
You find the ranch mostly empty. A few ranch hands wander the estate, tending the grounds or working the stables. There is a guard presence, but it seems light, most heavily concentrated around the main residence.
The tunnel is hidden behind a bookshelf in the master bedroom on the 2nd floor. It descends through the house and into a sub-basement, which stretches to the keep.
How do you know all this? You said even the guards don't know the tunnel is there.
This is how I made my escape from the keep. Unfortunately, Anne and I were friends. She showed me this path. She trusted me with one of her most private secrets. I betrayed that trust. Same with Dame Andrews. But I had to leave.
Why are you so eager to escape?
I suppose we have made it this far together. I can tell you, I was once married to the Queen's son, Charles III. One night I found a terrible secret, one I dare not utter out loud lest I draw his attention. I fled the keep, heading east into the Whispering Woods. They declared me lost at sea. I don't understand why. Suncrest is landlocked, save for the river Helios, and it only drew more attention. But I digress. He had a secret marriage to Camilla, Queen of Bones, and she was hidden away within Elexia. I concealed my identity and returned. I wanted to speak to her. For someone to marry Charles, they must know the things I know. I grew too bold. I found her shop, but was spotted on my way back to the Wandering Wraith. Word reached Margaret, and she sent her ogre to find me.
What was the secret?
It is cursed to mimetic knowledge, particularly in the presence of a bauble of communication. Do not underestimate him. He is his mother's son.
Well, I mean, no shit. Who else's son would he be?
What I'm trying to say is...
I didn't get wrapped up in all of this fighting just to learn that moms make babies. I knew that. I've made babies too, you know? I mean, as a dad, not a mom, I don't actually push them out my fun box.
Joe, I'm going to interrupt you to stop whatever this is. It looks like Pelosi and the crew are back with Feinstein's candy and... What in the holy honeysuckle ham happened to you?
It's fine. She was poisoned by one of my constituents or someone else. I don't know. It really could be anyone at this point. We've broken the social contract and it's beginning to settle in on the lower classes. They're all pissed.
It was the old fake McDonald's trick.
Oh, I've had that one. That's KGB.
Wait a second. You fucks went to McDonald's without me and didn't get me anything?
I told you this would happen.
I'm not rewarding this behavior by preempting it.
I can't believe it. Everyone knows I love McDonald's. I am McDonald. Do you know that? That's my real name, McDonald Trump. Legally on my birth certificate. My parents knew from a young age. They saw me and they said, oh, McDonald had a farm. You are going to do great things. And you will do those great things powered by hotcakes and a Big McBreakfast with OJ. And after you have breakfast with Mr. Simpson, McDonald, you will be president. And I was. And I did that. I had breakfast and I was president, and everyone knows I love McDonald's, and it's a witch hunt that you didn't take me with you or get me anything. It's because of the radical left like you, Nancy Pelosi. That's why this country is falling apart.
Hi there, Julia here in the editing booth. I just needed to cut in and remind the listener that Nancy Pelosi is at most a traditional liberal and does not represent the left, which in general believes in support of society as a whole above all else, even if it means someone has to give up a layer on their nesting doll of yachts. On the other hand, Nancy's particular brand of liberalism is to use the levers of government to achieve the balance of individual freedoms and economic support of the lower class, but unfortunately the capitalist class has captured the state and the levers no longer work. With that, let's return to the pod.
You didn't want to eat at this McDonald's anyway. They poisoned me. I started bleeding out of my mouth. It was awful. Also, the McFlurry was vanilla when I absolutely asked for chocolate.
For the record, I did ask for chocolate.
She did, I heard her. And they have chocolate ice cream, too. I got a chocolate shake. They fucked up. You should call and complain.
What? You took Grandma and you left me behind? You got to make this right, Pelosi.
How about this? I call and complain about the McFlurry. I'll get a coupon for a free one. I'll have them send it to your email instead of mine.
Deal.
Didn't they poison you?
I'll risk it.
All right, everyone, let's settle down. Trump, if you want snacks, there's literally an entire buffet of delicious French cuisine I made sitting in the kitchen.
My legs don't work right now.
For fuck's sake, I'll do it. Julia, what in the hell is all this?
Chicken livers in aspic, poached eggs in aspic, rice and beet salad, celery root and mustard sauce, and mushrooms à la grecque. Bon appétit!
You are a monster.
Calm down. I'm ordering a pizza. Yes, I'd like to place an order for delivery. I don't want to visit your website. I'm on a landline phone. Yes, they exist. Well, technically I died in 2013, but I was 87 at the time. Although my mind slipped quite a bit before then, some say I lost myself in the years preceding. Meryl Streep did a wonderful portrayal. Yes, I'm she. Are you a fan? Excuse me. Eat what? Let me speak to your manager. Hello? They hung up. We need to use the website.
I'm on it. I'm a Plus member too, so I get free delivery. It's really helped out on the overwhelming amount of money I spend ordering food online.
We truly live in a modern-day Xanarkand.
I said to bring your own snacks. I knew you wouldn't. You always rely on me. Oh, she's the chef. She'll make something delicious. But this time I wanted to hearken back to the olden days when food sucked. Well, despite that, it is delicious. It's chicken liver and poached egg gelatin salad, and it goes down in a wobbly globbly that will rock your knobbly. But whatever, order your pizza. Nancy, Hillary, while you were out, the other crew decided to return to Suncrest to free Reagan. The caravan has rolled successfully for 2 nights now, I think, with 2 to go towards Sundune. That should time out well with the rescue plan.
Perfect. I thought something was going to go wrong while I was out, so Feinstein's plan worked?
Not exactly, but everyone made it through relatively unhurt.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
You also just missed Julie Andrews. We blew her up.
Dang it, I wanted to meet her. Is she still here?
No, she's on a flight back home. Well, I hope so anyway. I told her there was a flight for her at the airport and sent her on her way. I wasn't technically lying. There are flights at the airport, and I'm sure one of them will get her there.
Dang it.
All right, there's several guards surrounding Peebles Ranch. There's a chance you might sneak in undetected, but you are aware of whose ranch this is and the power that she holds. There's no telling what traps lurk under the surface of the otherwise unassuming farmstead. You do sense an odd arcane energy about the farm, something unsettling.
I roll for a perception check. What is this aura?
As you look closer, you realize that the guards and the farmhands are not actively tending the grounds. They seem to be mindlessly wandering about, standing near the fence. One lone horse stands in the pasture, staring directly at you. You sense its gaze and a presence behind it.
We need to leave. This is a trap.
You find the paddock locked behind you. The glamour of Peebles Ranch wanes, and the guards and farmhands reveal their true forms. Horses. Where the horse once stood, you find an older, unassuming woman.
News has spread of Dame Andrew's demise, Diana. To think you could stoop so low, I ran back with the speed of 1,000 horses from Tidewatch just to be here and to stop this assault. We're leaving our southern border exposed to the rebel pirates, and without my equimancy, we may very well lose the reef.
Who is she? What is Equimancy?
Horse magic.
We can't fight that.
No, you can't. Go for the residence. She would not reveal herself to the guards on this ranch. She knows they can be bought and her underground passageway exposed. She is alone. I will face her myself.
We can't let you do that.
I will be fine. I am not the damsel in distress you think I am. Make for the residence now. It's time you learn my true power.
A beacon for royalists in the area, Diana's mantle is once again reactivated. A blazing glow of lunar radiance extends from the fallen princess. She is Diana, Knight of Moonlight, and one of the 12 Knights of the Round.
Leave me, make for the tunnels, save your friend. This is my score to settle.
Diana drops from your party, a rigid barrier of moonlight blocking your path to her. She begins engaging in combat with the Princess Royale. Immediately, you see a horse bolt launched into the barrier, the Appaloosa purebred exploding upon impact. Your only option is to retreat to the underground. This is a fight outside of your caliber.
If we have no other choice, we must move forward.
Let's go into the residence and find this passageway.
The residence is unassuming, quaintly decorated. You have the feeling that nobody has slept here in a very long time. There is a kitchen, dining room, sitting area, and some pantry and storage space immediately apparent in the residence. Down the hall, you'll find 2 bedrooms and a small reading room. There's also a latrine out back.
Is there a false wall in the storage area?
The walls are solid, and you don't sense any sort of magical glamour that would indicate otherwise.
I roll a lore master perception check on the books in the reading room to see if one reveals a hidden passageway.
As much as I love a bookshelf passageway, the reading room seems to only be for reading.
I want to roll to inspect the latrine.
You roll a 10, but it's just poops.
What about the floors? Are there any rugs that may be covering a hidden trap door?
In the dining area, you notice a large square rug under a rather light table with 2 thin chairs.
That's got to be it. Let's move these chairs and get this rug out of the way.
With the rug and dining set moved, you reveal a hidden trap door beneath the farmstead.
Everyone get down into the tunnel. We'll need to seal the way behind us.
What about Diana?
As if on cue, a large flash of moonlight outside heralds an unfortunate end. The Princess Royale has used her advanced equimancy to summon a full horse and buggy bomb, taking out the barrier as well as Diana. With her final act, the mantle of moonlight is abdicated forcibly, hurled by the fallen princess into the homestead at the only party member capable of wielding it. The druidic owl gains the ability to call upon the light of the moon for healing, binding, and forming barriers. While in bare form, you lose this magic, but your melee attacks gain the passive crescent swipes, causing you to attack in an area of effect. Still at 10 mantles to go, but now you are down 1 party member.
No, we have to go back. We can still save her.
She's gone, Joe. I can feel it in the mantle.
We need to move now.
The group piles into the tunnel, although it won't be long before the Princess Royale catches up.
I blast the entrance of the tunnel with shadow magic. Al, get ready to create a barrier.
16 for the shadow blast, 12 for the barrier. The tunnel collapses, but does not collapse onto you, only burying the passageway up to the moonlit barrier. The Princess Royale has been evaded, but you have lost this point of return. We're going to take our break there. Reminder, on Wednesdays, you can catch Feinstein playing The Sims. It's a little strange. Sometimes she gets confused and thinks she is the Sim. Last time she started speaking in Simlish and then pissed herself. Anyway, what we're doing to her is basically elder abuse, but hey, it makes for great content. Be sure to tune in. Thank you for listening.